Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm in Long Island, New York, Gardening Zone 7A. I hope all of you are staying safe and warm. Winter holidays are just around the corner, and is your Christmas cactus not blooming for you like it should? Or maybe it's putting on those beautiful flower buds, only for you to come and find them on the floor. So your Christmas cactus is experiencing flower bud drop. In today's video, I'm going to cover 8 most common causes why Christmas cacti do not bloom for us when they should, or are putting on flower buds that are simply falling off the plant. For those of you who are looking for the online gardening channel, which offers tips, tricks, easy yet proven gardening advice to take your home gardens to that next level, please don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around with me today. Start with going below this video and clicking the subscribe button. If you want to get notifications from YouTube each time I'll upload a new video, please don't forget to click the bell icon below as well. Now come with me, let's talk all about Christmas cacti and let's get gardening. Christmas cactus plants make easy and rather forgiving houseplants by adapting to various indoor household environments. They provide beautiful green foliage all year long and put on a bright, gorgeous display of blooms around winter holiday season. And with proper care, these stunners can live very, very long, prosperous lives. Christmas cacti are technically cacti, but they do not follow our typical cacti stereotypes. Not only does the foliage not have sharp spines, also they're not used to living in dry, hot desert environments. Christmas cacti come from rainforests of Brazil, where the environment is rather cooler, more humid, and more moist, which is not what typical cacti are used to. Christmas cacti also epiphytes. What does that mean? That means in nature, they do not grow in the ground, in the dirt. They grow on top of tree branches, on top of shrubs, and you can find them comfortably tucked in deep in the crevices of stones. Let's dive right in and talk about that first most common reason why our Christmas cactus plant does not bloom for us when it should. That first reason is too much sunlight exposure. In nature, Christmas cacti do not grow in bright, direct sunlight. In fact, they prefer scattered or dappled sunlight exposure. The blooms on your Christmas cactus plant are triggered by a combination of lower air temperatures and exposure to more hours of darkness. In order for your Christmas cactus to put on these beautiful flower buds and to bloom for you when it should, it needs to be exposed to at least 12 to 14 hours of darkness per night. Say your cactus plant is sitting on a windowsill and gets some sort of outdoor light exposure through the window glass. Or maybe you tend to come into your kitchen quite often each night and turn on your household lights. That light will disturb its natural cycle, the plant's natural cycle. So say you cannot relocate your cactus plant somewhere else where it will get maximum of 14 hours of darkness per night and natural daylight each morning and afternoon. There are 2 things you can do. The first thing is you can place your Christmas cactus in a dark closet each night before you go to bed. Second thing you can do is cover your entire cactus plant with some sort of a cardboard box. If you choose to do any of those 2 methods, then you should be consistent, please. Do not forget to remove your cactus out of a closet or take off the cardboard box each morning, because your cactus will need indirect sunlight exposure, morning and afternoon hours in order to put on the flower buds and to bloom for you when it should. That reason number 2 is the air temperatures might be too warm in order for the Christmas plant to put on flower buds and to bloom for us. The air temperatures must be between 55 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit consistently. Those temperatures are equivalent to 13 to 18 degrees Celsius. It is a combination of lower air temperatures and longer darkness exposure that makes our Christmas cactus plant put on those flower buds and bloom. If the room where you keep your Christmas cactus plants will have air temperatures 80 degrees Fahrenheit or above, your Christmas cactus plant will not put on any flower buds and will not bloom for you at all. No need to turn on that AC, guys. Just please be mindful of where you keep your Christmas plants. Make sure you do not keep it anywhere near radiators, heaters, or air vents. Also, if you fluctuate the temperatures too much by moving your plant around from one room to the next, maybe you decide to turn on that heater and then drastically shut it off. Maybe you place it near a window and someone decides to open that window to get cooler air exposure. If you drastically fluctuate the air temperatures, what will happen is your Christmas cactus plant will start dropping the beautiful flower buds. Hence, you will not get the blooms that you want to be seeing. That reason number 3 is too much water. Many make the mistake of thinking that because these beauties in nature growing rainforests, they like extra moisture. That is not the case. Christmas cacti or holiday cacti for that matter will not tolerate sitting in wet feet. Too much moisture exposure will lead to root rot. So darker nights, lower air temperatures, and less moisture are the 3 key factors which will trigger your Christmas cactus to put on the flower buds and to bloom for you. In fact, starting early fall, you should limit the amount of water you provide to your Christmas cactus. If you water, you should wait until the soil is thoroughly dry before you rewater again. And you should moisten the soil just on the surface level. Meaning you should never see the water run out of the drainage holes, because that would mean you're over-watering. Remember, less is more in this case if you want to see your Christmas cactus bloom for you all over again. That reason number 5 is too much space, or the container in which you planted and grown your Christmas cactus is too big. Many might ask, is it even possible to give your plant too much growing space? Shouldn't a plant enjoy as much space as it can get? That's not the case when it comes to Christmas cactus, Thanksgiving cactus, or even Easter cactus. Holiday cacti prefer and love to feel snug and tight around the root ball system. The tighter, the better. The sizing of your plant will have the direct impact on the sizing of the container. If you do decide to transplant your Christmas cactus or any holiday cactus for that matter, you should always consider, number 1, the sizing of your plant, the sizing of the existing container in which it came, and of course, the timing. You should never ever transplant a holiday cactus plant when it is in full bloom or when it's putting on the flower buds for you. If you transplant during its blooming phase or even flower bud phase, your flower blooms will cease and your flower buds will start to drop. Why? Because transplanting anything is stressful. When our plants undergo stress, they will drop the blooms, the flower buds, or might not even put flower buds for us at all. The new container, which you will be planting your plant into, must not exceed 1 inch greater in the diameter of the previous container. So take the sizing of your existing container, add no more than 1 extra inch to the diameter, and that should be the biggest container that you choose. The less is more in this case as well. The next reason, number 6, as to why a Christmas plant is not blooming as it should or is dropping flower buds is too much movement. Movement or moving is stressful for everyone, including our plants. During the late summer, early fall season, when our Christmas cactus plant is getting ready to put on these beautiful flower buds and eventually to bloom, we should never relocate our Christmas cactus plant from its original growing location, unless you're moving it simply at nights for greater darkness exposure. Keep it where it is. The amount of sunlight exposure, the temperatures, including the watering, the humidity levels, must all be consistent in order for the Christmas cactus to put on the flower buds and to bloom. If you start moving your Christmas cactus plant too much, not only are you going to experience flower bud drop, which is again when the flower buds, instead of opening up and blooming, are simply falling off to the ground, or you might not see any flower bud formation at all. That reason number 7 is too little or too much fertilizer. We should actively fertilize our Christmas cactus plants each time we water them. During early spring to early summer season. That is when our cactus Christmas plant is actively growing and is putting on this beautiful green foliage. Now, starting late summer, early fall, we must slow down or stop fertilization altogether. Why? Because that is the time when our Christmas cactus plant needs to stop focusing on foliage growth and should start saving that energy for flower bud formation and bloom production. So very little to no fertilization at all from late summer until mid-fall season. That next and 8th most common reason as to why a Christmas cactus plant or a holiday cactus plant might not be blooming first or is experiencing a flower bud drop is your Christmas cactus plant is just too little or too young. Are you growing a Christmas cactus plant from a cutting which you have propagated yourself? Like I have right over here and this stunner as well. It takes up to 2 years of growth and maturity for your newly propagated Christmas cactus plant to set on flower buds and bloom. I have propagated this guy right over here from this large mature Christmas cactus almost 2 years ago, and guess what? It has finally put on a flower bud which is getting ready to open up and bloom. Again, don't expect to see an abundance of flower blooms as well. Maturity is key here. As long as you're starting to see 1, 2, 3 flower blooms, that is a good sign. That is a great beginning. Stay on it. Keep fertilizing. Keep nurturing your plant. And you're going to see go from this to this in a matter of only a few years. It is so easy to propagate a Christmas cactus plant or Thanksgiving cactus plant, even an Easter cactus plant. There are 4 very easy steps which you could take, and you will see your cuttings set root and start to grow for you in as little as 7 days. If you are interested in seeing how I propagate my own Christmas cactus plants from a basic cutting, I saw that video available on my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor, and I will link it up above for those who are interested in checking it out as well. Just take a look. I cut a small piece of foliage from this beauty right over here, and now this cactus is growing and blooming itself. So no need to spend your hard-earned working money on purchasing new cacti plants when you can propagate and grow your own. For those who stuck with me till the very end of this video, I'm going to share with you 2 more very easy yet useful tips when it comes to caring and growing Christmas cacti plants. That first tip is stay on top of spent blooms. You want to see more flower buds. You want to see multiple buds on each of the edges of the foliage. The second the bloom is done or spent, don't wait till it falls off, guys. Take your fingers and pinch it off. By pinching off spent blooms, you're telling the mother plant to focus the energy into creating and putting on more beautiful flower buds. I wanted to show you guys right over here. Just take a look, guys. I have multiple flower buds on each of the edges of the foliage. Look, this one is done, so I'm going to pinch it off right in front of you. But guess what? I have more brand new flower buds forming on the edge of this leaf. This is telling me how happy this plant is. The more spent blooms you pinch, the more new flower buds you're going to start seeing. One more tip I want to share with you, my fellow home gardeners who are relatively new to growing and caring for holiday cacti. This tip might sound silly and obvious to many, but it's yet a very important tip to consider. That tip is season of the year. You can't expect your holiday cactus, your Christmas cactus to bloom when it's not the right or the correct season for it to bloom. Our Thanksgiving cacti bloom on or around the month of November, just in time for Thanksgiving Day holiday. Christmas cactus plants, as the name suggests, should bloom anywhere from beginning to mid of December into January, so around Christmas, New Year holidays. And then you have your sister Easter cactus plant, which blooms in the spring season around Easter holiday. So if it's not the correct season, please don't get alarmed, don't get despaired. Simply do not expect to see flower buds and flower blooms on your beautiful holiday cactus plant. This is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here today in my home garden in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. In today's video, we spoke about 8 most common reasons why Christmas cacti do not bloom for us when and as they should, and most common reasons why your Christmas cactus plant might be experiencing flower bud drop. If you enjoyed the content of this video, if you found this video to be useful, helpful, informative, please don't be shy, guys. Show me that support by clicking thumbs up below. Leave your comments below as well. Lately, many more of you have been writing to me, sharing beautiful gardening experiences with me, asking me for gardening advice, and I truly and sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you. I take the time to read all of your comments and respond to each and every single one of you. For those of you who have been considering yet haven't subscribed to my channel, please do not wait any longer, guys. It's super easy. Just go below this video and click the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell icon below as well if you want to get notifications each time I'll upload a new video. Stay healthy, happy, be well, enjoy spending time with your family and your loved ones during these wonderful winter holidays. And happy gardening, guys, and I'll see you again in my new upcoming videos. Bye, guys.